You know, I really prefer dispersed camping, but campgrounds like this have their advantages and disadvantages. Let me get a pot of coffee going and we'll talk about them. I mentioned how I would prefer to disperse camp, but I knew I was going to get to camp late last night, so I just decided to start my trip here at Shady Lake Campground. And campgrounds like these have several pros. Let's talk about the pros of camping in a campground. Like I mentioned last night, I got here late. This site was already prepared for me. It was level. I knew where to set up. Has a picnic table, a fire ring. I was able to get a hot shower. This particular campground has flush toilets. It has electric and water hookups for RV campers, swim beach, hiking trails. Some campgrounds even have Wi-Fi, and a few campgrounds have convenience stores where you can pick up souvenirs and basic supplies. You know, another pro is reservations. This campground is a first come, first served campground, but many campgrounds have online reservation system where you can reserve your campsite before you get there. So if you're traveling, you're assured that you're going to have a place to camp when you get to your destination. Another pro are social opportunities. Camping in a campground gives you an opportunity to meet fellow campers and socialize. And a lot of campgrounds have basketball courts, volleyball courts. This one has a swim beach that create opportunities to meet new people and socialize. Another pro is access for all campers. Campgrounds like this one here offer just a basic tent pad for tent campers, but they also offer full RV hookups with water and electric. So if you're camping with a group and everybody has different equipment, you can all camp here together. Another pro is convenience. A lot of campgrounds are located near popular attractions, lakes, hiking trails, and things like that. And another convenience is this campground was paved all the way to my campsite. So if that's something you desire, a campground would probably work better than dispersed camping for you. And probably the biggest pro to me is just the safety aspect. You know, if I had a medical emergency, there's people nearby that could help me. If I needed a jump start on the Jeep, there's people nearby that can help me get my Jeep going. And a lot of campgrounds like this one have an attendant on site, and that kind of adds a layer of security. And even some of the more remote camps I've been in, campgrounds that I've been in, an attendant usually makes occasional rounds just to check on the condition of the campground. So there's that safety aspect that is the biggest pro to me. I think coffee's ready. Let's get a cup of coffee and then we'll talk about the cons. That's better. So let's talk about the cons. One of the cons is crowds. You know, campgrounds can get busy, especially the popular campgrounds around attractions and during peak season. So if you're looking for solitude, you probably won't find it in a campground. Another con is noise. You know, being around other campers, you're going to hear them in their camps, vehicles passing by, sometimes generators or groundskeepers. Another con is limited privacy. You know, a lot of campsites are close together and that can limit your feeling of being alone and being with nature. Another con is rules. You know, you're going to have rules about check-in times, check-out times, quiet hours, and where you can even set up your tent. So rules and regulations are another con for campgrounds. Another con is cost. Most campgrounds charge a fee. This one is $15 per night for a primitive campsite, and those fees go up when you're in a popular campground near attractions. And if you're on a multi-day trip, that can start to add up. And probably the biggest con for me is just less of a natural experience. You know, depending on the campground, you're going to have a lot of distractions, vehicles, groundskeepers. Just, it's hard to feel immersed in nature, for me anyway, when I'm in a campground. You know, I try to avoid campgrounds, but I do use them. You can still have somewhat of a wild experience, especially in some of the remote campgrounds. I hope you're able to get out and camp soon, whether it's in a campground like this or wild camping. Thanks for watching.